Hey everybody, it's Phil Bruce here, and in today's video what I want to talk about are supplements that you could find beneficial for your diet in regards to your health, your performance, your well-being. And I just want to give some ideas of supplements that you could take, some that I personally take myself on a daily basis, and some just to kind of reflect and look at. But before I go into that, I want to highlight that the most important thing is to get your most natural vitamins, your minerals, your macronutrients, micronutrients, all those kind of things from natural foods. That is the most important thing each day. So basically what that means, to keep it nice and simple, getting plenty of fruit, vegetables, lean protein, getting some good carbohydrates, some slow release carbohydrates, getting some healthy fats as well. Trying to reduce sugar, trying to reduce alcohol intake, trying to reduce saturated fats, the bad fats, within those, and trying to basically eat natural foods, homegrown foods, and as I say, lean foods. So trying to cut out as much junk food as you can. Whilst I do believe that junk food and treats in moderation is absolutely fine, and I think it actually does well for your mental health in the sense of keeping you motivated, keeping you on target, on point with the mission, the journey that you're doing, and you can see it as reward. So I do believe in that you can have some junk foods and some treats, but it's just putting it in kind of moderation. And it's trying to reduce the processed stuff that we have as well. So I wanted to get that in there first of all, making sure that you're having those kind of things as your bread and butter, your main things that you're having each day. But I do think supplements can play a role in it as well. I think they can play a crucial factor if you are trying to improve your health, your performance, and your well-being, and especially if you are athletic, especially if you are training, exercising most days, if not every day, and especially if you've got a career, or you've got work and you've got a busy lifestyle as well. And with some supplements also, if you are not getting a lot of sunlight based on where you are living throughout the year, that can have an impact as well. So we'll go through supplements that I have personally, and we'll go through how I think they can help. So my main, if I was to say one supplement that I would recommend, it's whey protein. And the reason for that is it's an easy, digestible way of getting protein into your diet. Again, think about if you're training, you're exercising, you're ripping your muscles up, they're having to work hard. Protein is hard, basically, it's the building block for the muscles. So if you're getting a good, healthy amount of protein in, it'll help your muscles to repair, recover, and get stronger. What I am not saying is that you can eat an absolute infinite amount of protein and, it's getting like ridiculous numbers, so say 500-600 grams of protein. And I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is if you can aim for basically about a protein or 1 gram to 1.2 grams per pound of body weight, that is kind of a good thing to try and go off. So for example, if I weigh 200 pounds, I'm looking to get a minimum, if I can, of 200 grams of protein there. So I'll be looking at about 240 that I'd try and target for myself. Again, it sounds a lot, but whey protein really helps to get that in. Again, a simple source, you just put it into either milk or water, shake it, and you can get loads of flavors, job done. And if you feel like you are running short of protein on a certain day, get a protein drink or get a couple in, and the jobs are good, and it really does help. And I find for me, it helps when I have one after each workout, because some mornings I might be teaching 2, 3, 4 classes or do 2, 3, 4 workouts. I'll have a protein drink after each one, again, just to help start in the recovery phase and get it into my system nice and quick. So that would be the number one that I'd recommend and I'd have. The second one I'd recommend is creatine monohydrate. So basically what the creatine does, it helps to get in the muscles, it helps with anaerobic fitness, so it just helps with power output. It helps you go quicker, faster, stronger. Again, for a shorter period amount of time, just gives you a big maximum that you can push. It really does help with that. Again, I'm just trying to keep it simple and effective rather than going too kind of sciencey into this with too much information to bombard. But it helps your ATP system. Again, that just basically means like your power output. And you're looking at about 5 grams a day, especially for males, 5 grams a day. Maybe for females, 3 to 5 grams per day. And there's also been research that you can see out there that it's actually helped with your cognitive health as well. So basically your mind, and it's helped with that. So that would be the second one that I would really recommend. So again, if I was only to pick 2, I'd have the whey protein and I'd have creatine, and that'd be me. That'd be my 2 main ones that I pick, and they're the two that I have religiously every day. And I tend to have my creatine when my post-workout drink for when I'm doing weights. Again, I just find it helps just get into the system nice and quickly, especially after doing some heavy lifting in the gym. Again, we'll go on to other ones that I have. So collagen. I find that helps me with my skin, helps me with my nails. So I tend to have 2 scoops of that. I'll have one that's got vitamin C in, and then I'll have one that is a coffee drink. Again, just so you get caffeine in there as well. I tend to have both of those in the morning. So I'm looking at, as I say, 2 scoops of those. I get mine personally, a lot of my supplements from bulk when I'm getting those. But again, there's loads of different companies and branches out there. So I'll tend to have collagen. I just find it's really helping my skin. I really feel like it's benefiting me. So I'll have that in the morning. Again, just a good, natural, multivitamin, multi-mineral kind of tablet. Again, it's just a security blanket for me, that if for some reason I'm not able to get loads of fruit and vegetables in a day, which I do aim, and I do pretty much get that in, but if I didn't, I just find a good multivitamin, a good simple one, just helps to get the basic allowance of that, and I say a security blanket. I'll then get vitamin D, and again, the big reason why I get vitamin D is I live here in England, in the UK, and for most of the year, we don't really get a lot of sunlight. When I say sunlight, we don't get a lot of warm, sunny weather. And again, I just find with that one, I tend to have 1 tablet of that. I think it's got, 10,000 ICU in there. So try and go for the stronger one. Again, there's loads of purported benefits when it comes to vitamin D for your bones. Say with calcium and loads of things like that. Again, I'd research it more, but there's just so many benefits to vitamin D, so I'll have 1 of those tablets each day. At the moment, whilst I'm lifting heavy, I'll have Tonka Ali. Again, all that is it's a bit of testosterone. It's legal. Again, it's more just to help with power output and strength. It does help with libido as well, which is good. But now, for me, it's just I find that when I have the Tonka Ali, when I'm doing my heavy lifting phase, which I've talked about previously, being from the end of October until the end of March, I just find it helps me just get that little bit more power and strength with my lifting. And then probably in the summer months, I'll reduce it, or I might not have it, again, when I'm lifting a bit lighter and going more endurance as well. So again, Tonka Ali is a good one for me. Again, vitamin K is another one. I think we're naturally quite short in the foods that we eat that have vitamin K in it. So I just find, again, it's a nice, easy one to top up. Just making sure I've got my allowance, making sure I have got my top up of that. Again, these I'm having in the morning. Omega-3, good healthy fats. Again, fatty acids that help with your brain health, with your heart health as well. Again, really important, good fats to get into your system. Again, just 2 tablets, I have that in the morning as well. And then throughout the week, I tend to have meals with fish, which I find, and nuts. I have nuts pretty much every single day, again, with good healthy fats in there. So omega-3. One I've just started on is turmeric. And the reason for that is because with me training a lot, exercising a lot, you know, with the classes, the weights, the playing football, again, it's just helping to reduce the inflammation. So basically, helps me to recover a little bit quicker, that then helps me to put in a bit more into my performance, and again improving the fitness, the strength, the endurance that I'm building up there. So I'll have again 2 turmeric tablets first thing in the morning. So they're pretty much my morning kind of go-tos and routines. With the, as I say, with the protein drinks, I'll have those after a weight session. And then as I say, post weights, I'll put some oats in as well. Again, I know really you should be going for a quick release carbohydrate. So if you could go for like a Lucozade drink, or you know, an energy drink, or get some fruit like a banana or oranges or something like that, fantastic, that would really help. I'm just finding the reason why I'm putting oats in, again, it's just because I'm going through a bulking phase where I'm just trying to put a little bit more weight and lean mass on. So I'll have that after a gym workout, and I'll also have that when I wake up in the morning. So I have that and a protein drink just because I fasted for 8 hours. So basically I've slept for 8 hours or whatever it is. And then I'm just getting easy protein and carbohydrates into my system. But once the end of March has come and I'm reducing the heavy weights and I'm trying to look to lean up a bit, I'll take the oats out of the system. So I'll take that out of the breakfast and the post weights. So I'll have that, a say protein drink after each weight session like I've talked about. And then it's just a case of at night time, I will have some, again, another protein drink, kind of looking sometimes either some casein or some pea protein. Again, just a longer, slower absorbing one, just to help while I'm sleeping and help the muscles to grow and recover whilst I'm sleeping. And then I'll have some ashwagandha, so I have 1 tablet of that. Again, it's just a case of, I find personally, and there's some research there, that ashwagandha can kind of relax you, and it kind of helps with de-stressing a little bit. And I find it helps just to reduce the stress in my mind a little bit as well. So I have that. Zinc and magnesium, sort of a zinc and magnesium tablet. Again, it's just a case of reducing stress, just a case of helping recovery, just a case of getting the goodness in that it does, and it just helps, as I say, to relax the muscles as well. And again, with any of these things, just go, if you want to have a go and look at research with it and Google it or YouTube it and try and find out more stuff about it, then you can do. So I'll tend to have those, that's what I tend to have at night. So again, it sounds a lot, but if you think about it, it actually really isn't. The main things are, like I've talked about, protein, creatine, and then yeah, those other things as well, I find for me help with different components or aspects of my fitness and my life. But like, as I say, if I could recommend you just to get 2, especially to start off with, it would be the whey protein and it'd be the creatine monohydrate. They would be the 2 that I would recommend. I'd recommend that to anyone, but I just find those other supplements help. So I hope you found that video useful. I hope you found it useful thinking like the things that I have, and also kind of the reasons for why. And as I say, any of them you want to gain more information from, feel free to have a look online, because there's loads of information about it. But like, as I say, this isn't telling you that you've got to have it. I'm just coming up with advice that I found from personal use that helps a lot. And there's also a lot of supplements out there that are advertised but don't really give a large amount of benefits to it. So there's some that I wouldn't even waste getting, or there's some that I wouldn't invest in. But yeah, as I say, they're the main ones that I look at and the main ones that I go for and would personally recommend. So I hope you found that useful. I hope you found that enjoyable. As always, if there's anything you want me to cover, any topics you want me to talk about, I will do. And if you've got any questions, please feel free to ask me and I will answer those for you. But I hope you're having a great week so far. As always, sending all my love and best wishes to you. Thank you for watching these videos, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye for now.